Guys, I've been working out. Tell me why when I adjusted myself. Hello. Low-key, my goal is to be Inosuke. My married sister and boyfriend had drunk yesterday. That's not your boyfriend anymore, and that is not your sister anymore. Also, she's not married anymore. It's just a lot of knots already in this story. I still can't believe it, really. We've been going together for 4 years and everything has been going so well. We recently signed a new lease too. No. Can't believe it's my sister. Can't really put into words how I feel. I just need to vent right now. Well, girl, I'm here. She asked if she could stay at our apartment for some time because she had a very big fight with her husband. I asked my boyfriend and he was fine with it, so she came over. They have a dead bedroom and it's one of the reasons for their many fights. He has no sex drive and they haven't had sex in over a year. She looked a little bit upset and brought a bottle of tequila with her. Around 9 or so, she opened the bottle and she joked about drinking away the pain. My boyfriend joined her and he doesn't usually drink. I didn't have any because I had work tomorrow, but he didn't. I went to bed soon after and they kept talking and I figured it would help them connect more. I think they connected a bit too much. I woke up at 1 and went to the bathroom. My boyfriend was still not in our bed, and that's when I heard loud moaning from the living room. I made my way to the hallway as quiet as possible, and I saw my sister with no bra on, obviously riding my boyfriend's. I couldn't see him because of the couch, but I didn't want to. I went to bed and cried myself to sleep. I just didn't know what to do. Turned the lights on and kicked them out, butt naked, no bra. Actually, maybe throw it out, because like that's bad energy attached to the bra. So yeah, everything, just throw everything out. I was woken up by my boyfriend somewhere during the night. He wasn't even close to coherent and making absolutely zero sense. Oh. He stumbled and fell and went into the bathroom. This morning when I woke up, I found him laying next to the toilet with vomit on his shirt. I woke him up and asked him if he was okay. He just said he had a very bad hangover and looked very confused. He says he can't remember a single thing from last night. So I showed him the empty bottle in the living room. He just laughed and said it had been a long time since he blacked out on alcohol. My sister was already awake and I asked her how she slept and how much they had to drink. She said my boyfriend drank most of the bottle and that they both went to bed around midnight. She definitely acted strange. I just can't believe why they would lie like this. I left for work and my boyfriend called as usual during my lunch break. He said he was feeling better and acted like nothing happened. He could tell from my responses that I was upset and asked if I was alright. I told him I was fine and left it at that. I need to go home within an hour or so. I told my boyfriend I had to run some errands, but I'm just sitting in my car crying. I feel so hurt and betrayed. I literally can't believe it. The two most important people in my life went behind my back. I feel disgusting and lost. Update. I decided to talk to my boyfriend first. Tried going into it open-minded, but I was still very emotional. I took him in our bedroom and asked him if he remembered anything from that night. He asked me why, and I told him that I'd seen something happen, and that's why I was upset. He looked really surprised at this point and went quiet. I asked him again, and he didn't respond. This was enough for me. So I stood up and wanted to walk out when he told me to wait. He said that he made a really big mistake, but to please hear him out. Oh. I lost it right then and there. I started screaming and yelling, told him to get the fuck out of the house. My sister came into the room and she started crying and telling me to please calm down and allow them to explain. My boyfriend told her that they should leave and they did. I was still hysterical when they left. I started drinking and passed out in my bed. Okay, I don't think you guys should drink anymore. I haven't answered any of their phone calls or opened their messages. I truly have no words for how I feel. It all feels like a game. Life doesn't feel the same way and I'm done. I told a friend what happened and she's been with me since then, so there's that. I feel relieved that I no longer have to worry about my problems though. And this is the final update. The day after they left, I was broken. I still am, actually. Obviously, we broke up and he is okay with me staying at our place for now, but that's the only positive thing so far. He collected some of his stuff when I went to a friend. I still haven't seen him in real life. He tried to reach out to me multiple times, but I've only been texting him when it's necessary. My sister stopped trying after the first day, and I don't think she has any remorse. After he got his shit, I've been emotionally numb. Can't really describe it. Since Thursday, I've been starting to feel very depressed again, and I've been drinking more. Feeling numb felt better, to be honest. I haven't been to work. My friend called them and I believe I can take as much time as I want. So there's that. I called her husband, but he didn't pick up. Tried a few more times, but eventually I got a text saying to not contact him ever again. Don't know what she told him, but I don't really care, to be honest. She probably told him, honey, I'm back. I'm not mad at you anymore, but my sister is going to call you and say that I fucked her boyfriend, but like, I didn't. So I don't want you to talk to her ever again. The truth will come out eventually. Sucks I have no proof though. As far as I know, my parents don't know, and I'm keeping it that way. I don't know where to go from here. I'm keeping all options open for now. It'd probably be a good idea to go to work again, but I have absolutely zero energy. I just want to be free. My friends have been here for me, luckily. I hate this story. There wasn't even revenge. There wasn't even like a good ending for OP. There wasn't anything satisfying to this shit sandwich of a situation. Why don't you tell your parents? Why don't you literally tell everyone that your sister is a freaking cheater? And the fact that the sister is so manipulative to have sex with her sister's boyfriend and then have her husband tell her sister, don't ever contact me. That's talent, to be honest. Eventually, the truth will come out. Ugh, what a poopy first story. Moving on. Boyfriend told me he used to ask out fat girls for fun. Am I right to be disgusted by him? Yes. Yes, he is making fun of women's bodies for his own pleasure. That is so scummy. That is scum behavior. That is scum that you scrape off the bottom of your shoe. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 1 year. He's a very tall, attractive guy. He was on the hockey team in university and his team was kind of like a bunch of frat dudes. Typical. Of course, this is the type of guy that would ask out fat girls for fun. To make fun of them. Energy vampire. That is what it is. But he never seemed like that kind of guy. He was always very kind and sensitive with me. He also seems to be a very respectful and caring person. He's in medical school right now. Well, just a thought, but are you a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, size 00 woman? Because I feel like that would play into him being very kind and sensitive with you. Some of his buddies from his former team came over yesterday and we were just talking and hanging out. They started talking about our old shenanigans in uni. My boyfriend said, remember that time I broke the record for our chunky chick challenge? I hope they're talking about chicken nuggets, but I know they're not because I read the title. I asked what the chunky chick challenge was and he said the goal was to ask out as many fat girls in a week. Everyone would put money in the prize pool and winner would get the entire prize at the end of the week. And I'm literally like disgusted. Basically, he asked out like 50 fat girls over text / in person, secretly recording their convo and ghosted them on the date. I was shocked and said that was so mean and gross. My boyfriend said the challenge was just a joke for fun, etc. He accused me of overreacting. The challenge was just a joke for fun. Yes, because playing with people's real emotions and time and effort is a joke. It's only fun for the freaking messed up mind. Like, these girls were probably so genuine, and it doesn't help that he's probably conventionally attractive and he's tall and plays sport and is in medical school, like, and it's disgusting because he knows and he's taking advantage of them just for a laugh. Like, the more I think about it, girl, like, why do you need our validation to know if it's disgusting or not? Like, clearly it is. Update. I confronted my boyfriend after his friends left and told him that I was genuinely concerned about his treatment of those girls. I said he lacked empathy and I can't believe he doesn't see what was wrong with his actions. He finally acknowledged that yes, what he did was mean. He says he didn't want to seem boring to his friends. I said I thought he was better than that. Boring? Girl, find another group of friends. Like, do you know how many people are on this earth? And you're like, I don't want to seem boring to my friends. Like, and you're in a different environment now. You're literally in medical school with smart people, which I would hope have better morals than your uni frat friend group. Grow up. I told him I was worried about how he'd treat me if I gained weight in the future. He said that I was the type of person to always stay skinny. I said he can't be so sure of that, especially if I get pregnant. I said I was scared by his shallowness. Long story short, I broke up with him. He's super sad and has been apologizing nonstop via text. Boo-hoo. I'm so glad that you broke up with him. Kudos, thank you. Doing all those girls a favor because he ghosted them. Now he gets a taste of his own medicine. No matter what he says, I just can't get his cruelty out of my head. Thank you. Thank you for having sense. Thank you. It's made me much less attracted to him, and I don't want to be associated with that kind of person, as I am a new grad nurse in an eating disorder clinic. That makes it so much worse. And I see the kind of effect that rude comments and actions have on young women. Why didn't he think of that? Did he think that she would be okay with that? She's literally pursuing a career that goes against everything that he did. He doesn't think. One of the teenage girl patients is anorexic because she used to be fat and bullied in school. I'm disgusted to think that my boyfriend embodies the cruelty of her bullies. Is he gonna make it out of medical school? And the fact that he was like, but you're the type of girl that's always gonna be skinny. I don't think he was doing it because he was afraid of being boring to his friends. I think he did it because he genuinely enjoyed it. Over 50 girls? I mean, I'm not saying only doing one is better, but gosh, he just kept going. I'm so glad that she broke up with him though. Next. I think my husband may be having an affair with the girl next door. I'm also pregnant. Oh my gosh. My husband and I have been married for 4 years, dated for 7. We have 1 son, 2, and I'm 6 months pregnant. Gulp. I love him deeply. He's a very busy lawyer and often comes home late at night. Girl, I think he's lying to you about being a very busy lawyer. I think he's very busy. I never thought he'd cheat on me, but since I began to get bigger, we've been having less sex. You're pregnant! What do you mean bigger? And also stop having unprotected sex if you don't want her to be big. Like, she's literally pregnant, what do you want her to do about it? Greedy, so greedy. A few months ago, a young woman moved into the condo about 2 doors down. She's a very beautiful girl, but a bit aloof to me. We did invite her over to a dinner party when she first came. A few weeks ago, I noticed that my husband followed her on IG and added her on Snap. I asked him about it, and he said she followed him first and he didn't want to be rude. No, I think he sought her Instagram out himself. He's a lawyer, allegedly. Last week, I started noticing him using his phone more and more and generally being distracted. He said it was due to work, but 2 days ago, I saw a Snap notification on his phone with our neighbor's name on it. I asked him why he was Snapchatting her, and he said that she was interested in law and was asking him career advice at 12 a.m., apparently, via Snapchat. Yesterday, I was taking his suits to the dry cleaners and found a receipt for a sushi restaurant from a few nights ago when he said he was working late at his office. The sushi restaurant is close to our condo complex and nowhere near his office. Oh. There were 2 meals billed on the receipt. I confronted him when he came home from work, and he said he took a client out for dinner. But there were so many nice restaurants near his office. Why the one near our house? We got Sherlock Holmes over here, bro. I'm almost 90% certain he's cheating. Girl, I'm almost 100% certain he's cheating. What should I even do? I'm about to be a mother of 2. I never even prepared for the possibility of this happening in our marriage, and definitely not this soon. Advice, please. Divorce and move in with your parents. Take the kids, bring it to court, and tell the judge, hey, this man cheated on me while I was pregnant. Clearly doesn't want to be with his family, so the only thing he'll be good for is child support? The only thing he'll be good for is child support because he's a lawyer, so I'll be taking the children. Update. Last Friday after work, he left for a supposed weekend golfing trip with his 2 best friends to a place only an hour drive away. Before he left, I texted the wife of one of his friends if she wanted to get together for brunch on Sunday. She said she had plans with her husband. Does he think she's stupid? I then texted the wife of his other friend, and surprise, she confirmed that her husband was at home and not going on any trip. If you're gonna be that blatant about it, just like give her the divorce papers, lawyer. Come on, lawyer. Do your job, lawyer. Because clearly you're not doing your job as a husband. I pretended like I didn't know and said goodbye to my husband as usual. However, I had asked my retired uncle to follow my husband's car. What did your uncle retire from? The friggin' police force? My husband does not know my uncle, so I thought it was a good plan. My uncle followed him to the airport and took a picture of him walking with a neighbor girl. He followed them and said they checked into an airline with flights going to the Caribbean. But you couldn't bring your whole family at home to a nice Caribbean vacation. No, I mean, it's too complicated. She's way too big now. I'm just gonna take the nice, hot, new neighbor, okay? I thanked my uncle and gave him money for gas and his time, but he refused. I was obviously devastated, and my son and I stayed with him and my aunt for the night. For the ever. Don't go back. They advised me to find a good divorce lawyer right away. When my husband came home Sunday night, I said I was filing for divorce. He acted really shocked and hurt and asked me why. I said I knew about his affair and I had proof so he could stop acting stupid. He said I was mistaken. I then asked whether he enjoyed his beach vacation, and the look on his face was just undeniable. I guess he finally realized he was backed in a corner and had no more lies left to tell. Scummy, slimy lawyer. Guilty. I told him I just wanted to know why. He said that he was shy and insecure growing. Stop it right there. What does that have to do with you cheating on me? We got married. We got one kid and another on the way. And now you're bringing up your trauma that I'm supposed to freaking take as an excuse? Like, I can try and be empathetic and understanding, but you cheated on me. Why did you cheat on me? And that's the best answer you can give, bye. And that he had really low self-esteem. He said he felt validated by the attention of a younger woman and said it made him feel wanted. Hunter Hayes, this is not the time. He admitted that it was a crush gone wrong. I said there's no way I can trust him again. He said that's understandable and that he was sorry it has to come to this. No, you're not. You're just sorry you got caught, is literally what it is. Because he probably would have kept this going. Got her pregnant and then moved on to the next girl. He said he probably made a mistake by marrying in his 20s, that some men were ready to settle down at that age, but he realized that he was not one of them. He said that he still loved me though, and that it was best if we went our separate ways. All of the stories today have pissed me off. The shittiest part of all of this is he's staying at our mistress's condo a few doors down while we get our divorce. And you know they're talking shit about you. It will be a long few months, but I'm getting a good lawyer and making sure the future of my kids are secured. I also have a good support system around me. I'm planning on moving to another city after the divorce. It will be a while before I can learn to trust again. I've never hurt so much in my entire life. This level of betrayal from someone you thought was your soulmate is just indescribable. But I'm going to remain hopeful. Oh my gosh, I didn't even read the ages, I completely went past it. Her husband's 32 and the mistress is 19. This is not gonna last. Maybe he's gonna fall head over heels, but she's got a whole life ahead of her, you know? I mean, maybe she will too. And then he's gonna be in the same exact position that he put his wife in. Also, what is he doing with a 19-year-old with a whole wife, a kid, and another baby on the way? Riddle me this. I hated the stories today. I blindly chose them and I'm like, okay, good picks, but also horrible for the soul. Like, not one of them got revenge. Not one of them got a satisfying end. It was just like, this shitty thing happened to me and I'm left to deal with the mess. I guess that's also life too. Subscribe.